Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. The reward was the same for the both. Not because one made more than the other, but because both of those individuals, according to their gifts and abilities, knew their purpose, chose to do it, and maxed out their abilities. And the reward was well done, good and faithful servant. He who also had received one talent came forward saying, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow, gathering where you did scattered no seed. So I was afraid, and I went and I hid your talent in the ground. Here you have what is yours. But his master answered him, You wicked and slothful servant. You knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I scattered no seed. Then you ought to have invested my money with the bankers. And at my coming I should have at least received my own with interest. So take the talent from him and give it to him who has 10. For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. The object of this story, I really do believe as I go through the books out there, I look at the various things about you guys being married, and your family, and parents, and I look at the Marine book, it is obvious that Buddy, sure, thought like everybody, was maximizing his gifts and abilities. And I believe that that reward remains for him, and that when he went and he passed on, the Lord said, well done, good and faithful son. That's your legacy, you guys. Do not forget it.
So many guys wanted to be here that couldn't, and I hope to do the crowd here, speaking on behalf of the buck that we all knew. We had occurred to me that I don't think those emotions are as far apart as we might think they are, especially at least in their intensity. But Buddy he lives life. It's funny because he said he doesn't like nonsense. I think he and I had a lot of nonsense together, but I got a different bug, and we were young and crazy together. Because we were 18, you know. I don't know why they call those people adults, because we really were acting like it. I'm not crying, I'm crying. I don't know how to do this. As I mentioned earlier, I kept the meeting when I was writing, and in true procrastinator fashion, I woke up this morning at 6:30 and was like, God, I know what I'll do. You know, I'll write a letter. You know, I'll read what I would say about it right now. And I talk to him all the time, so I don't know what there is between us, but I don't care. I still talk to him, and I still feel like we're connected. So, there we go. Dear Buck, hey man, how about that ride in? I guess that's why they call it Margaritaville. I was just thinking the other day about the very, very first time we talked. I wasn't sure you remember, but it was in the back of the squad bay in boot camp. And I know it was a Thursday because it was field day when we all were cleaning. And everyone else was doing that, and we were spending what seemed like forever pretending to make the same damn act, just needed time to talk a bit and have a laugh or two. You told me in that slick southern drawl that you were from Texas, and man, I thought that was really cool. I told you I was from Arizona, and I could tell by your face you were much less than the rest. Next came infantry school. And did you remember out of the hundreds, we were only two of about 15 guys that got held back together because of the overflow? Reflecting on that reminded me just how many times we could have been split apart or whatever. The entire 4 years, we never really were. That feeling has been with me this whole time since you crossed over. Those infantry school weekends were the best start because I remember that very first weekend we got a 72, which is 3 days off. We went with a big group to Sunset Boulevard, and I remember on Sunday everybody else wanted to go back. You and I were the only two who said F that. And then I think that's where it all really started and sealed the deal. After that, it was you and me adventuring in Southern California on the weekends. And who could forget us illegally and against policy going to Tijuana twice. But they should have just never told us. We weren't allowed to go because I think that would have just made us not want to do it. So. Finally, infantry school graduation. Came and went. We got right on the bus from the parade there. And you and I sat in the very front seat together in the 2 seats, and you were in the window seat. And I remember you were on your cell phone with that girl from Texas, and she broke up with you. And you snapped that phone close, bro, and you said, well, it's on now, boy, I'm single. Next came Virginia and the East Coast. And yet again, we could have been split apart. We both ended up in the same unit. There were 6 or 7 places each class got split into, so we definitely got lucky. But lucky's exactly how I've been feeling lately. Haven't been here forever. And once I got in my car, we were unleashed. I think that's what I picture us most. Those Fridays road trip, with the windows down, good music playing, cigarettes in hand, and laughing and talking, and I think it was headed for freedom. We drive either 5 hours to Philly, party with Tommy, my high school friend, or 7 hours to Penn State, party with my best friend Chris. Then came those Sunday drives back. And I think that might just be what I cherish even more. We'd be waking up early, slightly hungover, and a lot less hyped up. The music got quieter, and we'd recover on coffee and breakfast sandwiches together, and lots of laughs on the way back, man. But we talk about the real stuff then. We talk about our family, our friends, life and death, our homes, and undoubtedly where we go next weekend. Eventually, after a few months, life changed. You recamped with that same girl back in Texas, or at another time we were on holiday leave and pre-deployment visits back home. By the time I knew it, my wingman was engaged to be married to her, and of course I thought maybe Remember, she moved out to be in Virginia, and I loved hanging out around you two, just joking and sharing our off-the-hip weird humor and jokes, and seeing and admiring the relationship you two had. I don't know if you know how much that may have guided how I chose my life. It was right about the same time that something big happened in my life. Our friend Tommy that we used to go party with was killed in an ATV accident on a beach in New Jersey. It was after work hours, and having been already dismissed for the day, we'd already been home hours before. I was sitting in my room, and I was surrounded by maybe 2 or 3 other guys that we were also close with in our platoon. Just super bummed out, being too cool to cry, just holding it all in. And all of a sudden the door split open. And there you just stood, coming back to the place you couldn't wait to get away from, when you didn't have to be there, and the call you were answering was not one that you were required to. And you gave me about the best hug I've ever had. And I cried. Oh, man. Told you to make weird noises. Yet again, we survived the next split. We ended up in the Fleet Marine Force at 3rd Battalion, 4th Marines in the majestic resort town of 29 Palms, California. But we were bummed, because it was only a 4-hour drive to Phoenix, which is where my parents and my sisters lived. So we had somewhere to sleep, somewhere to stay for free. April came with you, and you got that really, really gorgeous house off base. I was laughing the other day remembering how much I preferred your couch to the barracks. And due to the spacious 400 square feet open floor plan, you had to gently tell me that you and April loved me, but sadly I had to start sleeping on base. I know that you were really kind. Of course, weekends we would still jet to Freeman. We had so many new adventures with April with us and our close Marine buddies hitting Old Town Scottsdale, Mill Avenue, and Arizona State University, and all the like. After we had our last deployment in the Middle East, it was now time for the biggest change. It was finally time to get out of the Marines. You went back to Texas with April, I went to Phoenix, and we both got busy fast, man. But we traded the texts and the calls now and again, and it didn't matter how far apart we ever were, or for how long. Every call we instantly felt the same. It didn't matter what changed around us, we always stayed brothers, and I love that. We would still just die laughing and catching up. I found a beautiful soulmate of my own, and I set a land speed record for having children. I can't tell you how much the past few days I've thanked whatever power may be to have the connection with you so strong to continue getting together. We went with our wives to Vegas and our closest Marine Corps buddies and made amazing new memories. Did New Year's in Texas with you, the ATV park with Hannah, April, Cody, and Dallas, and man, did you so loud. We took our children camping in Apache Lake, Arizona, and you came another time and stayed with us a whole week in Arizona. And you came with us to watch our boys play football and enjoying fires at night, drinks and laughs with our wives. I truly cherish those times too. It's been a long day without you, brother. I thought I'd close this by making you a brother's oath. I promise you to hug your mother like she's my own. I'll love your brother like he's my own. And Hannah and I will comfort April and share many more laughs with Peyton and Porter and the entire family. We won't sit around crying too much. I know you hate that, but I want you to know when I cry, I actually think it's that painful joy. And I think it's just overflowing with gratitude to have had the time with you that this life has given me. I don't have to promise not to forget you, man, because I couldn't, but I love you, and I'm listening for your voice and your guidance and continued friendship and brotherhood. And I don't give a damn if you're on the other side. I'm going to live this life for the both of us. There's
Buddy never picked it. Story time. All these guys are useful will tell you I'm a rambler. My wife told me I have to stick to the script. So I wrote it down. It's only 8 pages. It's cool. Buddy Freeman, my brother. I know you're looking down right now and asking why all the fuss. And even though we're not in the church, this is still way too formal for you. We know that. And I thought about ripping my sleeves off my class A before getting up I met Buddy in October of 2010 when he tested for us in the fire department. He had a scheduling conflict and he couldn't finish our hiring process, but we were sold in on him from the get-go. We did a mini interview right there in the chief's office. I'm pretty sure he was still in gym shorts and tennis shoes and offered him the spot because we knew this is the guy we needed. I was a new lieutenant, and he was one of my first recruits. When you work with someone in 30 year life, you really get to know the guy. And I'm not talking about they can pull hose, force the door. I'm talking about the person they are. We'd sit outside behind the open nickel in the evening times, and we'd tell stories about our past, all the trouble we used to get into. A few years later, they moved in 2 doors down from us, and we became getting closer. Our families grew. We vacationed together many nights out in the cul-de-sac, kids running around. Sometimes those nights went in until early hours of the next day. We'd stagger home, and as we get to my driveway, I said, "I love you, brother." And I'd take a right, head on up, and he'd keep heading towards his. There were a few nights Buddy didn't make it into his bed. See, he'd get to the driveway, mine would tell him I need to take a right because they were nothing. I know more than one instance he ended up in the yard. I told him I was going to have to buy him a helmet because I was worried he was going to get hurt. April was going to put my friend in concussion protocol. All those nights at the fire station, in the cul-de-sac, on vacation, I truly got to know the guy. And all that time, I found out that Buddy's full of it. He's full of fun. When you hung out with Buddy, you were guaranteed to have a laugh. He enjoyed riding side by side, going to parks, mudding off weekend. He was great entertainment on a hunting trip. One dove hunting trip we were on, he got bored. We went hunting for sheds, and he'd come through the brush with a huge cow skull slung across his shoulder. He looked like Jim Shockley on the Outdoor Channel. And he just looked at all of us and said, "I got the biggest." He took his family camping and all types of adventures. He was a fun guy and always about having fun. And he's still having fun. And I say that because I know he had part in the room that was picked today for the family. It's called the catamaran room. Some of y'all will get that. He's a funny guy. He was full of fight. When he was younger, he played hockey. He was pretty good at it. You got to be tough to play that sport. Going to watch a hockey game is like going to watch a fight. Somewhere in the middle of the game breaks out. He continued to fight later in his life and became a man as he served in the United States Marine Corps. He was deployed across the globe, defending our country and the rights that you and I all have today. And lastly, he fought fires here in our community, worked for the fire department for 14 years, responding to calls and protecting the citizens of MCESD number 2. And he never shirked the task. The thing that Buddy was most full of was love. He loved to serve, as I mentioned. He loved his patch that I'm wearing. All of us in this room wearing his uniform on my big face. In 2015, he was a huge part and orchestrated a block walk to help us get sales tax. He'd have people out there pushing the stroller, knocking on doors, handing out flyers. He loved his fire department. He loved people. From his crawfish bowls, river trips, concerts, or just hanging out. He loved to be around people and have a good time. You'd have to be careful, though, if it got too late. On those late nights, he'd come up behind you, put you in a headlock, and start his princess is very protective of his little girl. He once told me, "You better never find a hoffer boy knocking on her window." And I told my boys, I do. Porter is meeting. He loves having you there to be his helper in all his new projects. Just like when y'all changed the ARs on the boat. Y'all, it's been said that you never forget how much he loves you. And I say he loves you because he still does. And I know that he's up there right now wearing a cut-off sleeve t-shirt. Still looking out for you and still sending his love. Buddy, I love you. You'll be deeply missed.
I believe in ghosts, most people don't. I swear it on my grandpa's grave. I seen them in the trees, I seen them in my dreams, and I still can't stay away. My heart wants to wander here and over yonder. I'll let you come along and take it. And maybe you're the right one, the right by my side one, or maybe you're the one that's gonna break it. 'Cause I'm feeling the top of the ledges, burn all the bridges, walk on the edges. I'm feeling, so don't mind the shadows, take all the arrows, ride in the echoes. I don't mind the night, I don't mind the fight, even if I lose. I've got thick skin, now that I'm fearless, except when it comes to you. So baby, here I am in the palm of your hand. You got me where you want and you know it. You're looking right at me, you're holding all the keys, and I don't even care where we're going. 'Cause I'm feeling the top of the ledges, burn all the bridges, walk on the edges. I'm feeling, so don't mind the shadows, take all the arrows, ride in the echoes. I don't mind the night, I don't mind the fight, even if I lose. I've got thick skin, now that I'm fearless, except when it comes to you. I can be alone or dark without a home, or wild like the wild things are. But don't scare easy as long as you keep me square in the middle of your arms. 'Cause I'm feeling, so jump off the ledges, burn all the bridges, walk on the edges. I'm feeling, so don't mind the shadows, take all the arrows, ride in the echoes. I don't mind the night, I don't mind the fight, even if I lose. I got thick skin, all that I'm fearless, except when it comes to you. calling to our hearts. Something loud and clear, begging us to run. We don't need no home, we don't need no roof, just the ocean's roar and the wind will do. So let's get out of here, let us see what's there. Yeah, let's get out of here. Light another fire, let us sing till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. Oh, feeling warm, so let us swim till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. Here she comes, till the sun comes up. We can feel it burning, burning in our hearts. Something fierce and strong, begging us to run. We don't need no home, we don't need no roof, just the ocean's roar and the wind will do. So let's get out of here, let us see what's there. Yeah, let's get out of here. Light another fire, let us sing till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. The water's feeling warm, so let us swim till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. Here she comes, till the sun comes up. Light another fire, let us sing till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. There's no stopping us till the sun comes up, till the sun comes up. Take me away from all that I see, all the trouble I made. Wish I could fly above everything. Oh, wish I had wings. I dance with the angels, cut through the clouds, never look back, never come back down. Drunk on the wind and
and I'm called to duty, God, wherever flames may rage. Give me strength to save a life, whatever its age. Let me embrace that little child before it's too late, or save an old person from the horror of that fate. Enable me to be alert and hear the weakest shout, and quickly and efficiently put the fire out. I want to feel my calling and give the best of me to guard my friend and neighbor and protect their property. And if, according to your will, while on duty, I must answer death's call, bless the Lord protecting me, my family, my life, and me. Last call. Men and women of today's fire service are confronted with a more dangerous work environment than ever before. We are forced to continuously change the strategies and tactics to accomplish our tasks. Our methods may change, but our goals remain the same as they were in the past. Save lives and protect property, sometimes at a terrible cost. This is what we do. This is the profession we've chosen. This is the tradition of the firefighter. The fire service of today is ever changing, but its standing tradition is 200 years old. One such tradition is the sound of the bell. In the past, as firefighters began their tour of duty, it was the bell that signaled the beginning of the duty day. Throughout the day and night, each alarm was sounded by the bell, which some of those brave souls to fight fires and put their lives in jeopardy for the good of the fellow man. When the fire was out, when the alarm had come to an end, it was that bell that signaled the completion of the call. We utilize these traditions as symbols which reflect honor and respect to those who've given so much and served so well. To symbolize the devotion of these brave souls, a special signal of 7 rings, all above 1 ring, represents the end of our comrades' duties, and that they will return to quarters. And so, to those who have selflessly given their lives for the good of their fellow man, their task complete, their duties well done. To our comrades, their last long, they're going home.
It is with deep regret and heavy hearts that the Montgomery Fire Department announces the passing of Lieutenant Charles Freeman II. The bell has been struck for his last alarm. He has been called home. May the sun shine upon his back. May the wind always be at his back. And may the Lord hold him in the palm of his hand until we meet again. You will be deeply missed, and your memory will never be forgotten. WGKZ 358. The Woodlands Fire Department, 1054.
On behalf of firefighters across Montgomery County, the state of Texas, and beyond, we offer our very deepest condolences to the family of Lieutenant Freeman. Buddies, love, leadership, and legacy will continue in our hearts forever. All uniformed personnel, please rise. The flag of the United States of America will be folded by veterans of the United States Marine Corps and presented to Mrs. April Freeman. May be seated. Now we will begin the fire department. Vote being presented by Robert Operator Christopher Thompson to Miss Sandy Hicks. Lieutenant Freeman. The next item to be presented is Lieutenant Freeman's fire honor. This honor is being presented by Captain Jacob Coker to Lieutenant Freeman's daughter Peyton and son Corey. The next item to be presented is the Texas flag. This flag is being presented by Driver Operator Tyler Reed, Mr. Cody Howard, Lieutenant Freeman's daughter. Lieutenant Freeman's name will be inscribed into the Wall of Honor at the International Association of Firefighters Fallen Firefighter Memorial. Every September, firefighters from the United States and Canada meet in the shadow of Pikes Peak in Colorado Springs, Colorado, for the annual memorial ceremony. This memorial honors the sacrifices made by IAFF members who have given their lives in the line of duty. This final highest honor is the Martin E. Pierce Commemorative Line of Duty Death Medal from the International Association of Firefighters. This medal is named for a Boston firefighter who dedicated his life to improving firefighters' working conditions and the lives of their families. Captain Charles North and a dignitary from the International Association of Firefighters are presenting this medal to Lieutenant Freeman's father and brother firefighter, Mr. Butch Chase.
thank you again for coming. You're all welcome to join us at a reception following the closing of this service in the Grand Hall. I kindly ask that you remain at your seats and wait to be dismissed. Thank you. At this time, honor color guard are dismissed with all information.
If you were standing behind somebody's, you can if you want. Hurry. You can get on the end of the line right there. Hurry up, Eric. Run. I bet this is good. I know it's not your thing, but it's the thought. It's the thought. It's the thought. Hurry up, Wooly. Let's get these guys in there. Okay, just kidding. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay, 2 more. I don't know what these are. No, it's the thought. They would be sweating their juvies off if they don't hurry up. Not already. Thank goodness. All right, okay, one more time. He's still fixing it. Are we good? Gucci? Okay. Okay, here we go again. 1, 2, 3. That guy on the end was looking that way. I'm just going to take 600. Perfect. Perfect.